What's going on, y'all? Checking out this video y'all sent me, and it's called Reddit Bans Breeding. That's crazy. All right, let's hear what this is about.
Twitch and Reddit are banning any talking of breeding or of men and women being different while allowing theft. Yes, we're going to talk today about how breeding is not indeed legal, in fact, very legal and should be promoted. Of course, this is a legal mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew S.
Let me see. Someone says 3 a.m. Hey, we got to do the late night. Don't worry, I'm still going to do another stream today. I'm going to try to do as many streams as I can, guys. Make sure that you're checking out the clips, though. But yeah, bring it back to late night.
Squire, American attorney. And today we're going to get into this as in response to my last video where I was talking about a potential breeding visa. And after that, it became apparent based on comments by Asmongold that this is actually illegal, that this is not something you can talk about on Twitch or on Reddit. It gets banned immediately when it is just talking about basic facts, basic legality, a basic visa program. Now, you can have a problem with this. You can dissent on this. You can comment on this. That said, Twitch and Reddit are not allowing this discussion. So we're going to talk about this today, get into it. I got a little PP for you, a little bit of facts here and a little bit of going over some of the old stuff and some new stuff. We're talking about breeding isn't illegal. So let's get into once again, the basics. So I talked about a breeding visa to correct America's problem. Now, once again, at first, I made this a little bit tongue-in-cheek saying, hey, the problem is a weight problem. Hey, men and women are having a weight problem in the U.S. Hey, that's leading to less dating. That's subjective.
Damn.
That's not a good standard. But a good legal standard is looking at the birth rates. Birth rates are a problem in a lot of developed countries. In fact, there's almost no developed country that has a positive birth rate. It's really not a thing. And that is a massive problem for the future objectively, regardless of how you feel about that, regardless of how you may complain about that. And we'll talk about the complaints and some potential solutions to those complaints as we go on here. The problem is very, very, very much real, but it's been revealed. And this is something that Asmongold brought up in his clip. And we'll play that clip here in just a second.
I'm going to tell y'all the real reason why it gets banned is because we are on a razor's edge. We are inches, centimeters, millimeters, micrometers away from getting suspended. My mods, I allow them to be overzealous because we are in.
You're watching this video for educational purposes. Shout outs to Asmon.
Hostile territory, okay? Why are you in hostile territory on Reddit? Because I believe in two genders. Oh man, what a horrible human. I guess so.
He brought up that this is something that Reddit bans, that you cannot talk about this, that believing there are two genders, a man and a woman, will get you banned.
See, and I don't even be on Reddit. I ain't been on Reddit in years, it feels like. Right? And it seems like I was right.
Off of Reddit will get you banned off of Twitch. You cannot say that on those platforms. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that it is a fact that biological males and biological females are different, right? They're different physiologically. There's also sociological things too. Those play a factor as well. But the physiological differences are there and are very much real. These have been affirmed legally. If you look at standards like the Olympic standards or other international standards, these things point out very clear delineating lines and say, hey, this is something that puts you over here and over there. That does not mean that one is better than the other. They're very complementary. I believe the genders are complementary. I don't think that should be a controversial statement or something that's getting you banned off of a major platform. That is not something insane. It's not something that necessarily.
Getting banned for not only saying the truth, but freedom of speech is crazy. Yep, don't seem like I'm gonna ever be back on Reddit. Stay my ass over here on YouTube. Because that's wild.
Necessarily has to be tied to a particular religion, belief set, etc. It is a biological fact, right? But it's getting you banned, and it's getting videos like my video, which was talking about just a tongue-in-cheek, kind of having fun with the Gran and Asmongold shipping, but it highlighted a more serious issue that this is something you cannot bring up on these platforms. And if you look at it at the same time, they are stealing. They are literally taking ads that they're secretly running on your channel. This is once again within the same breath these things are coming out, that they are running ads and not paying out.
Ad time per hour, 7 seconds. Oh my God. So they spam ads on my channel. They're running ads on my, and I don't even get any money. Crazy. You don't get turbo too. I don't get turbo. I don't get anything.
So it's okay to steal. It's literally okay to rob creators, but creators cannot say a man and a woman is different. Are we living in a bizarro world? What's going on here? And when you really look at the facts, when you really look at what's going on, especially with the dynamics and what they're promoting and what people are promoting, it is insanity and it is diabolical. One might even say demonic, because this is what we've got here. We've got a problem where we've got, and I couldn't believe seeing the videos. Shout out to Shoe on Head, who had a great video on that and a reading on this.
When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her, the heat of his hand dropping to her knee would have. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a job, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation.
You've got here this bull creature who is a romantic lead at a quote unquote milking farm. And you can guess what type of milking is going on there. And then
y'all right now, I'm about to.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You.
That's nasty work right there. That's nasty work right there. Sound like a Hassan Piker dream.
you've got this lizard person. This is just straight up a lizard. And look at the title of it, A Deal with a Demon. You're literally breeding with demons. You've got like Baal over here, and I don't even know what lizard god that is. Maybe it's an alien. Maybe it's, alien people, right? You're breeding with demons and aliens over humans here. What are we talking about? So it's okay to promote this sort of stuff on your platforms, on Twitch and on Reddit. It's okay to talk about this stuff. You can breed with demons, but hey, you can't even talk about natural procreation. You can't talk about breeding. Crazy. You can't talk about men and women. Once again, you don't need to go into anything
Yeah, all that freak nasty stuff, they just gonna keep on there. But reality, that's what they're going to take off.
If we can talk about the positive things of both, we can be very, very positive. I'm against both misogyny and misandry, both, right? But we're talking about the practical realities of what's going on in America and a very viable solution, which is a breeding visa, right? For men and for women. And by the way, this is a problem. And obviously these are female romance novels, but it's also a problem. Once again, a lot of the ladies say, hey, guys out there, you're out there playing too much World of Warcraft. You're sitting around, you're drinking too much soda. You're looking like Cartman over here in the World of Warcraft Emmy-winning episode. That's a problem too. And look, these are basics, and I don't think people need to be told this, but get your money right, get your things in shape, get in shape. You don't need to be looking like a jacked, Hemsworth, but go to the gym maybe once, exercise, do some walking at least, right? Get your 10,000 steps in. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing. Make America healthy again. Sure, let's do it, right? And if you have any want, and a lot of people complain about not being able to make enough money, there's plenty of training programs there. And I'm going to promote here my friend Ryan's course, my best friend Ryan, who I brought on the channel. He has a offer ending today.
I ain't trying to see no damn course.
Serious crimes. If you're engaging in this, whatever you're doing out there, what they're promoting in these novels is actually illegal. They're promoting criminal activity. That's animal abuse. Look, If you do that, it's a violation of a federal crime. 18 USC section 48 prevents cruelty in videos or in media. So that's there. You've also got the 2019 PACT Act, which expanded animal cruelty. So anything involving interstate commerce, federal land, you're going to get hit on that. So federal charges, state charges, except for Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. It's very much illegal. You can't be doing this, people, but we're promoting it on Reddit and Twitch. That's totally okay, right? And once again, why is liking this illegal? Why is liking this criminal? I think liking this is not only not a crime, not only not a sin, it's okay and what you should do. You should be looking at this characters, whether they're 3D or 2D, whatever, it doesn't matter, and saying, hey, this is the type of person I would like to make a baby with, right? And that's perfectly okay and natural. You are not a weirdo. You are not horrible. Okay. You're not an evil person. You're a normal human being if you're a man for liking this. And that's not a crime or a sin. And don't let anybody shame you for that while they're out here, back here, breeding with bulls and breeding with, lizard people, right? So they're out here wanting to.
Nah, facts though. I feel him on that. He shouldn't be judging you if that's the type of time you're on. That did nothing for me though, but I understand what he said.
Breed with lizard people and bulls, and they're shaming you for this? Get the hell out of here, right? Get the hell out of here. So once again, I'm going to go back to my breeding visa. This is once again modeled after Japan, after an existing for real, not April Fool's joke, visa in Japan. And I'll say this too, promoting American families should be the priority. But once again, if that's not happening, if that's not going on, well, then we need to look elsewhere. Then we need to bring in some competition. We need to bring in something to make everybody, men and women step up, right? And get together, right? So what are we talking about? We're talking about bringing in people from safe countries that do not propose a security risk. So you can remove the narco states, you can remove the stands, you can remove any other dangerous country or countries. Maybe China doesn't get in because they're not vetting people. They've had too many spies. Okay, sure. No trafficking. Traffickers should be thrown in the wood chipper. They're absolutely evil and should be hunted down. Anybody engaging in trafficking or any form of exploitation of women or men or children should be thrown away forever, right? You've got to be fit and healthy. And by the way, I think this requirement I put for applicant, but this should be for the applicant and the host. Everybody should be healthy. There should be a health and fitness test for everybody. We should have that. Low BMI. You should be somebody who's got muscular development. You've got somebody that's in the right, weight range. That keeps you healthy and less of a burden on your medical system, right? We need that. We don't need people coming in there. We need standard education, at least high school. Also a GED, good enough degree would be enough. So a high school equivalent, right? So if you've got that, you're going to need to have that on both sides at least, right? Both the host and the applicant. I think this could apply to both as well. Verbal English fluency, at least conversational for the person coming from a foreign country. Once again, you need to be able to converse in the language, right? I'm not saying write a PhD. Hell, most of us are stupid. I'm kind of stupid sometimes too. That's fine. If you can communicate, you can deal with law enforcement. If there's a problem, you can deal with anybody else. That protects you, right? You have to have sufficient income to support them, right? And all existing dependent children of your own, right? So you need to make sure you're up on your money. And somebody asked, well, what if they leave? Well, you'd have to have enough money to pay for the plane ticket, right? Because if you can terminate at any point, you're going to have to be able to pay for the plane ticket. You should have enough for that, a couple thousand to buy a one-way ticket. If things don't work out, hey, you get to go home, right? The person goes home, right? You got to have a clean criminal record and you have to travel to the country to physically meet. I'm sorry, right? If you haven't met in person, you don't know all the situation. You don't know their family situation. You need to meet in person. You need to actually physically go there, right? And it protects everybody. At any time, either person can terminate. So there's no abuse. They can't monkey branch. They can't go date somebody else or move in with somebody else. And within 2 years, you got to have a kid. A kid locks you down. It changes your mentality. It bonds you together. Yeah. That's the importance of.
That sounds like a lot of pressure. That sounds like ultimate pressure, actually.
The breeding visa, and most importantly, it gets that American birth rate up. The only one visa per lifetime. So the foreigner, they're coming in and they're thinking they're going to do this repeatedly and just stay in America. That's not possible. They get one per lifetime or they go home. So better think about it carefully. They have to be unmarried abroad, and any form of fraud is caught for immediate deportation and possible criminal penalties. They can be thrown in jail, right? The American host is not financially responsible for any foreign dependent children. So if they've a single mom, they've got something before, or they've got other kids, they better have handled that or have that taken care of, right? Because they are not, the host is not per se available to pay for that. Now, if they want to choose to do that of their own free will, that's fine, but they are not forced to do that. There's nothing to compel them to do that, right? Capped entry per year, a pilot program that you can increase it, and in-depth interviews and security clearances. So once again, this is consular staff talking to these people to make sure this is legit, not a scam. A lot of the existing visas, and people ask me this question, they said, Andrew, why not the K1 visa? Why not the marriage visa? These things are being scammed on the routine. If you guys, which I have experience in this, a lot of you guys don't, these are scammed all the time. They're scammed. People come in, they get the green card, they bounce. None of that. This program does not allow for that at all whatsoever. That's why they're screening. Okay. Adoptions can be expanded too. SpyX family.
SpyX family. I ain't get that far into this, but I know what this is. I've watched a few episodes.
Like, oh, they hate Spike's family. People are going to be reeing about this. This is a case of a very, very positive. It's an anime. It's fun. It's obviously fictional,
like
but it's an adoption scenario. And adoption can be promoted too. We need to make adoption both from abroad and at home easier. I agree with that. People have brought that up. I am in favor of making adoption easier. So I think along with the breeding visa, we also make adoption easier. We promote families. We promote people having any type of family. If you're unable to have kids or if you're infertile, you're able to do this. By the way, back to the breeding visa, somebody asked about infertility.
I'm definitely not mad at it. If you guys haven't known, I spent some time in a group home, so it's definitely some children that need a home, son. Right? But the vetting process got to be crazy, right? Make that like intense.
As part of the health and fitness test, you need to have a fertility test. So both parties need to be fertile, right? But if you're not fertile, okay, let's expand adoption. Let's make adoption open, so maybe if you're older, right, and you want to have a family, but you can't for some reason, or you have a disability or whatever else, you can adopt. And I think that's good. Let's promote adoption. Let's promote those sort of families and raising them with American values. That's cool. That's cool. And let's make money off of it. We can monetize all of this. Bachelor, the Bachelorette, even the adoption thing, right? Where you're going to seek a partner.
This nigga Big Ed couldn't get a woman to save his damn life. I'm over here with the heating pad, looking like I'm Big Ed right now. Like, the heating pad, looking like Big Ed.
Or somebody abroad.
I haven't watched The Bachelor since probably like the first season. Now, don't get me wrong, I watch reality TV, but I don't know. It just don't seem good. Like, when it comes to like the dating type of reality TV shows, I've come to realize I don't really like those. Not too fond of them. Maybe if it was like a couple competing on some Fear Factor joint, I like that. That sounds like more my speed.
You're going to adopt? Yeah, let's do that too. Let's make money on it. And let's let the government make money on that so they pay for themselves, right? So we're not going further into debt. We're too much in debt. We need to cut government spending. Doge was right. Elon was right on that. Completely right on that. Guys, make sure you subscribe and share. I want to get...
Hey, check him out. He had a whole plan thought out. Dude, why they put Big Ed picture there? Yeah, I don't know why, because he was definitely not successful. That's the wrong picture. I don't think there was any couple that was successful on that damn show. I stopped watching it after a while. When I seen that season when there was some fine ass woman on them and she was sweating this damn dude that was using her for a green card, and he had the nerve that I think he like punched her father or something like that. I was like, cut this damn show off. This is crazy. She looking like a model right now, nigga. You could definitely go get something over here. Come with me. I'll take you through the hood real quick. Walk you through the projects. Hot commodity in these streets. That was crazy. I go punch the father. I'm like, what? I think he beat up her brother too. This is insane. They was trying to fight at the reunion. I'm like, and I'm looking like, nigga, this is probably one of the best looking females I've seen on this show. She's sitting there crying like, no, stop. I'm like, somebody don't go talk to her. She need a mentor. Don't hit me up. Get your mind right. Guide you out of this dumbassery. That's right, I said assery. But yeah, Big Ed, I saw his season. Well, the first few. I tapped out when he had some chick in there and he was trying to get her to hook up with him, and she was like, I feel like that was every girl that went on there with Big Ed. He tried to get something going and they was like, he's like, at least give me a neck massage. They was like, that was insane. I watch reality TV. I'm a big reality TV fan. But it got to be interesting to me. Anyway, hit the like button. What's going on, y'all? Let's check out this video from Upchurch. See what's going down in these streets.
Well, first off, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all having a good day.
Oh, damn, I'm waiting.
Me and the gals, Beth, is cooking. And we'll see. Have us a good Thanksgiving dinner. Hope y'all are too. You know me, I'm just on here documenting my crazy, weird-ass fucking unexpected.
You got the poo shiesty on. That's what they call it. They call it the shiesty where I'm from. I guess because there was like a rapper that wore that all the time or something. But that's what the people call it around these parts. Okay.
Life. So here we are for today. Here's the update for today. And yes, I say good morning because, well, this is my morning for the next... Never mind, I'm not telling you my schedule. But anyways, this is my morning right now.
Good idea.
And I woke up this morning, I was like, okay.
With all the crazy stalkers out here, yeah. Don't tell nobody your schedule. That's why I find it hard for me to have like a streaming schedule, man. I like to just be all willy-nilly. You know what I mean? Do it whenever I feel like it. Catch me when you can. Sign up for memberships to get that full access.
Surely everything's going to be normal today. No, not at all. So, well, as you can see, I was headed to the gas station real quick, and somebody has disabled my gate, and the hydraulic is stuck where
that sound wild.
The gate won't shut. So I'm fixing it right now.
Crazy.
And when I get back in the house, I can guarantee you I'm gonna look on the iPad.
Now, why would someone want to do that? Why would someone nasty ass want to do that? Yes, I'm telling you, fam. People be thinking I'm going crazy when I say they be going after Upchurch. No, this is facts. They do be going after him because he's a truth teller.
Ring camera. And it's gonna probably look like it's been fire stick while I was asleep. So let's find out. Now let's go check the cameras and see if I'm right. Ooh, mama, that smells good.
You cooking?
So watch this. You can see, look, you see it? See that flashlight? And look at that. At 6:22. You can see him walking through the field. Now watch this. It's going to disappear. Boom, gone. Ha ha ha, you buster. Just want to take a second to appreciate my honey bunny for making us some dinners. I love you.
And this is Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much. You're the best wife ever. Now that I'm not in the house with my kid and my wife, I can say this.
Awesome.
Listen, I've been catching y'all while I'm being lazy doing this. And I've caught a lot.
Hold on, you said BX, I just ordered a heating pad like yours for my neck. Yo, I ain't gonna front this. They've been helping. In times when I feel like, okay, I cannot sit down no more. My back is on fire. I put this on. I ain't really got it wrapped around super tight yet. About to put it on. Hey, what's up? I'm Doc. But yeah, now I got it wrapped so I can feel it a little bit more. I crank it all the way up to the highest heat. The highest heat immediately. That and a combination of getting my ass in the shower and just letting the hot water just... Sometimes it feels dangerous though, because like I feel like when I'm under there for too long, I don't realize how hot the water is. So I'm like, am I burning myself? And then I double check, I turn to the other side and be like, oh, yeah, that's hot as hell. I was so comfortable, I didn't realize how hot I had it on this side. But yeah, that does help. Some heating pad and standing under the shower and letting it be hot, but not super hot, but hot. I'm also thinking about going to get a massage. I was going to do the whole chiropractor thing, but then once I went to the doctor and they said it wasn't a bone issue and it's just like a constant muscle spasm, then I was like, yeah, all right, let me try to see if I can get a massage, but also, throw some heat on that.
You haven't seen everything. I'm not showing everything just yet.
But the heat pad works.
Come back.
Feels good.
But now, you've done this on Thanksgiving. So now, we're about to step it up, and I'm about to do some Rogers Rangers around here, and I'm really gonna catch you. You might be slick, but you ain't slicker than me. Before you walk in my yard and come in my house, you better look at every tree. Yeah, they walked over here. They didn't pull up in my driveway, they walked over here.
That's crazy. On Thanksgiving too?
I've got some questions for some people around here, and I already know the answer.
They ain't have nothing to do with their life. They ain't have nothing else to do with their time. On Thanksgiving, they want to go and try to stalk you.
The questions.
I feel like I should have played the nasty song as soon as we seen the footage, actually. As soon as we seen the footage.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
I wonder if they'll give me the time of day to let me ask them the question. You know what I'm saying? I bet you they won't. Where'd them cop car looking things go you had? Well, I'm just working on them. I'm a mechanic. I was just working on them. Oh, really? You must think you can outsmart the government? No.
That's crazy.
No. Nobody's doing that, but you can't even outsmart me. We know what praying hands is. I'm just doing praying hands. Now, the underlining meaning, well, what was Jesus? He was a carpenter, right? Okay, so he possibly framed up houses, right? Framed up houses? Well, somebody's been coming in my house, and I've been documenting it, and documented the first time it happened with the Kingston police. I took a picture of the car when I left because I noticed it. And then when I left, I had a camera set up that they didn't know about, obviously. And I had another person watching my house. And then when I got back, I walked in the door, opened it real slow, and went, and guess what?
That's better than Garfield. He scared me, jump. Hey, I'm scared of Garfield too. I'm scared of Garfield. Adam Calhoun scared of Garfield. He ran. You don't want no smoke with Garfield. None of his goons either.
I could smell diesel fuel. Funny thing is, I don't own a diesel. Besides the blue truck, but that's nowhere around here. I haven't drove it in a long time. Somebody who owns a diesel came in my house. And I know who it was. Just keep doing it. This is the third time. The third time, and every time we go through my entire house and see what objects stick out that are now in the house that don't make any sense. Well, you gotta file a police report. No, not in this situation. In this situation, I'm filing my police report right here. If only you knew. I'll tell you one thing, I'm too fat for an appendix carry, that's for sure. Also, there is a certain group of people in Ashland City, specifically 5 people, that I've been watching really closely. And when these situations happen, well, these people's regular, consistent way they act, just on those days, are inconsistent every time. Don't worry. The guys that need to know who they are. And what else was I going to say that was funny? I find it funny, Dingledorfin. You over here in Ashland City saying, man, the cops were in on a man, it's the cops' fault. Well, you're the one who just bought a bunch of cop cars, so, I mean, that looks kind of suspicious. Because here's the thing, here's what a lot of folks don't understand. And a lot of folks do understand. Remember the day when I was like, we're everywhere and we're nowhere. And you could never find us even if you wanted to. I'm not talking about the criminal side. I'm talking about the good guy side.
Truth tellers.
That's why you're seeing a bunch of sketchy move the way they do. I'm still moving the same way. I'm still doing what I want to, going to Walmart, going to the electronics section, looking at the new headphones.
You Walmart ready? He said going to Walmart. Not a fear in my heart. Just walking around Walmart. Every time I go to Walmart, I'll be looking around like I wish a mother would. I wish I would get surrounded at some damn Walmart. It's gonna be trouble. I'm telling you, already got people telling me to stop using my brother to scare people. Person I told how to fight. That's crazy. But yeah, every time I go to Walmart, is that Adam? Nah, he wouldn't be caught over here where I'm at. When if I was at that Walmart, Adam would have turned around, nigga. He would have went to Target.
Still going to Miss Lucille's. What else? Still going to my favorite coffee shop in Bellevue. And nothing's happening to me. But there's a lot of this movie real weird. Now, remember, a couple months ago, what they all say and what they all start doing? I'm doing business. I'm starting a business. Right. Are you all doing business? Or are you all trying to frame businesses that are already businesses that make money 100% legally? And do y'all have it multifaceted to hide y'all stuff underneath other people's LLCs and businesses without them knowing? Because you know who can see everything y'all have done? Here come the men in black.
Nah, that's my joint too, by the way. I rock with Men in Black. Classic. Y'all don't know nothing about that. What was that, Will Smith before he lost his damn mind? But anyway, I agree with Upchurch. And as far as the people trying to mess with the gate, what the hell? What is wrong with people? That's some loser activity. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Share the video. Also hit the hype hit the hype video. Hit the hype button. Hit the hype. How would you hit the hype video? Hit the damn hype button. You know what I mean. If you watch it on YouTube, what's up? What's going on, guys? Let's check out this video that y'all sent me. I don't know what's happening in it, but it's titled "Throw Him in Jail Immediately." And I think it's from Asmongold. Let's see what's going down, man. I know I rock with Asmongold. Or as I like to call him, Asmon Black. That's when he goes in. When he starts going crazy, when he starts snapping on him, that's Asmon Black right there. That's his pimp alter ego.
Look at his face. That is the face of somebody. This is not your first rodeo, is it? Kick streamers, crash on the highway. Oh, big fast. Oh.
Why are you driving as a damn stream? Unless it's like you just relaxing. Like I've seen people do rain streams and stuff like that, or driving in the rain, or driving where it's just dash cam and you just going on your journey. That's, of course, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna be that.
Let's go really fast on the highway. Damn.
See,
Damn.
they already included speeding. That's crazy.
How fast he is. Wait, let me see how fast he's going. 0, 20, yeah, probably 120. What are you doing?
I hate that. I wouldn't even be able to ride in a car with someone who drive like that, bro. I had one friend that drove like that when I was a kid. And I remember we was at a supermarket and I told him, we about to crash. I said it just like that. He was driving same way they drive. I said it. I'm in the front seat. I'm like, no. I was in the back. Said it. We about to crash. As soon as I said it, we hit another car. Now, luckily, it slowed down enough to where we didn't hit it hard and it wasn't crazy. But I remember my reaction was to get out the car. Like I took the seatbelt off, got out the car, and I sat down on the curb like this. Cause I was so pissed, nigga. I was about to go crazy on my friend. I was mad as hell because I was like, nigga, I said it. I said we about to crash into something. Said it with your dumb driving ass. And I remember he got out there, yo man, you okay? I'm like, don't say nothing to me. I think I walked home. Luckily. Because you know how bad that could have been? No, bad. I hate people that drive all reckless. That's probably part of the reason why I don't drive right now. I hate driving. Like, I choose not to. Now, could it have been from that traumatic ass experience? Maybe. Maybe, but I don't like riding. Well, if I ride in a car, I'm in the back seat with the damn seatbelt on, if I can, slow motion. Hey, what's up, 420? How you doing?
What a retard! Yo! Oh my god. Let's see whose fault this was. It's his fault. You see that line right there? You literally...
That was so fast. I
What
missed
a
it.
retard! Yo! At probably 120. What are you doing?
It looked like he drove right into
What
it.
a retard! Yo! Oh my
So was the
god.
other car fault? Well, you should have
Let's
been
see whose
driving
fault this
fast
was.
as hell anyway. Shouldn't have been driving like that anyway. In the damn first place.
It's his fault. You see that line right there? You literally merged into his lane and you hit
Yeah.
him. The other clip has the interior cam. I would never do this. I would never do this. That's 100% his fault. 100. Oh, uh-oh.
See, look at them. What was they thinking this is a party. And mind you in there with your shorties. Y'all trying to have a good time. Pull over, nigga. Pull over. Get your ass off the road, nigga. Put it in park. If that's the type of action you're gonna be on. That Asman is great. Yeah, I rock with him. I think he's dope. Hey, what's up, Rosie? Oh, is it, how you pronounce it? Is it Rose? I'm gonna just say Finn, because that's the last part. Hey, what's up, Ren? How you doing? BX is at the party. Damn, if I got a joint, you got a joint. I'm in the back seat, you in the front seat. Nigga, pull this car over. Why is we partying, blasting music, speeding on the... I'd have been looking at my friend like he's crazy. Like, what's the point of this? Like, nigga, we already where we need to be. My bad. How long I've been streaming so far? What do you mean? I don't know.
Oh.
It's a party for every other.
I like how, by the way, this girl just goes, ah, shit, not again.
Oh no. Wait, that was her reaction? Yo, that's how I felt when I got into that car accident. That's how I felt, bro. I got out the car and did that. I was like, yes. But that's crazy. They say it's a party for everyone except for the insurance agency. Right.
Here we go again. They didn't have seatbelts on? Oh, wait a minute. Where are the seatbelts at? Wait, okay, he has a seatbelt. She doesn't have a seatbelt. I wonder if any of them in the back have the seatbelt. Look at her face. Yeah, exactly. This is his second crash. Wait a minute. This is 2 years ago.
So
wait,
already.
no. What do you mean? What do you mean he did it before?
Dumbass.
Chat, hold up. Let me just pull over real quick so Twitch don't be on.
Dumbass.
Bro, come on, bro.
You an idiot. You a foot. And people be like, oh, you such a scaredy cat for not wanting to be on the road. I think for real, I'm going to be driving slow motion, first of all. So I know you're going to hate being behind me. But second, there's people like this out there. That sounds crazy.
Say nothing, bro. You just hit my shit, bro.
Oh my God.
I bet you he ain't do what he need
They
to
gotta
do.
get his driver's license. What are you doing? Like, I mean, really, you don't know what you're doing. You driving like this. You are an idiot, bro. You are a dumb ass. Real shit. They should put this guy in jail. The dude was already counting the views before the car even crashed.
Wow. So he thought this was about to be a moment. He's probably trying to get into accidents on purpose.
Look at his face.
Yeah. I was going to say that too earlier. I was like, why the girl panicking? He's calm as hell. He's mad calm. Yeah, that's crazy. That's mad crazy. He's too damn calm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that, he probably playing that. But yeah, he's an idiot. Any streamer that's doing that for content is pretty damn stupid, if you ask me. But tell me what you think down in the comments section. Hit the hype button, all that good stuff. What's going on, y'all? Let's talk about the Akash situation, right? With his clown self. After he came out fresh and fit and was acting like he was like this big pimp, his girlfriend came out and exposed him for a lot of nastiness in their relationship. And now I think she actually showed up to their podcast to talk about it and lie her ass off. Let's take a look at this, man. See what's going on with Akash.
I saw one with you making out with the dog. They were like, man, she'll kiss the dog and not
That's true. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I never done just kiss.
Have you seen any memes or content that you guys thought were funny?
Aisha chicken curry.
That was
That's
good.
good.
We got to go through the funniest one.
Good. Yeah. Objectively good.
Yeah.
I also like
why is she
Aisha
there?
curry.
Yeah, of course you do. Why is she there though? Like, I want to hear them grill him about this without her lying, sitting right there. Like, move her out the way. I'll caution to be a man.
Dig in the hole again. Just dig in the hole.
If she had a body count, I would have been like, hey, cut it. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is, it can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like
that is stupid.
Nah. Nah, talking about she don't got no body count. She said she was, if I'm not mistaken, the exact words was popping that P word with a bunch of frat boys. What do you think that mean? Y'all niggas is crazy.
All right, so the long-awaited Flagrant episode dropped where they finally dive into the Ghislaine files, which of course this episode didn't go how people wanted it to, because obviously they're just going to try to help do damage control. But even with them trying their best to help Ghislaine prove all the speculation wrong, she still, of course, couldn't help herself. Like, all you need to do is just let her talk, and she's going to make things worse and completely humiliate Akash. So even though Schultz and the crew were trying to joke around and pretend like the internet's just taking everything out of context, they still proved everyone right. This was tough to watch. I mean, it's unbelievable how much she gaslights this guy. Like, he's clearly really uncomfortable with the stuff she does, but she never apologizes. She seems to have no shame about it, and she seems to not understand how disrespectful it is towards Akash. And Akash and her pretend like she's so innocent and harmless. Everything she says is just ironic because it's not how she actually is at all. That's what we're supposed to believe here. Like, they brought up her talking about how she was popping her pussy in college, and she claims that just meant she liked to dress up and dance, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but to her credit, they do.
Lying her ass off. I was just dancing. Okay. A bunch of white frat guys, so she has a type. And it doesn't look like her husband. Big facts. And that's a big problem within the relationships. I remember I had a friend, I'm not going to say his name, but he had a wife, kid, all of that. I remember they convinced me to go on some double date, try to set me up with one of her friends. I knew it wasn't going to work, but they said they were serving lobster, so I showed up. I was like, make sure that lobster's on the plate too. Like, and I need some Tupperware so I could take it with me. I don't care about her. Let me get the lobster. But I remember when I went on that date, the wife saying something. No, the girl was saying that I wasn't her type. And I was like, I don't care. And then the wife was like, oh, but it's okay. Cause sometimes it starts like that. He wasn't my type either. I looked at my friend like, your wife just said you wasn't her type. And then she proceeded in describing her type, which was the exact opposite of him. I told him, she gonna leave you or she gonna cheat. One of two. Nah, Dad, I said that though. He was like, nah, you know what you're talking about. They've been divorced for like 5 years now. Ask me why. She cheated on him with her type. Yeah. That's a sure sign that the relationship ain't
Find
real.
a definition on Urban Dictionary that says that. So I might consider giving her the benefit of the doubt here if this were the only thing in question. You know, this is only one small thing on a giant list. Like also right after she said she was popping her in college, she said she had a roster of guys and somehow she didn't realize this sounded sexual. Like what else are we supposed to make of that? And she responds to this, the allegation of her sleeping around in college by talking about how her childhood was similar to a repressed Catholic schoolgirl. And then when she hit college, she felt free and realized she could do whatever she wants. And you could tell Akash is sitting there like, please just say you meant something else. And you're
Time out. Does that look anything like the guy that she's with right now? Hold up. This look anything like Akash? This look anything like her husband, the man of her dreams, the one that's paying all her bills, the one that got her living for free right now? Also, if these ain't family members, this picture is suspect as hell. This picture is sus. You see a picture with Beast Boy out there with a bunch of girls like this. I'm holding them. That picture mean I'm the man out here in these streets. You see your girlfriend with a picture with 3 dudes like that? That means she was in these streets. I'm joking. That's a suspect ass picture though. That look crazy. Hey, what's up, Chill Mike? How you doing? And look, these are the frat guys. It's the frat guys right here.
whatever she wants. And you could tell Akash is sitting there like, please just say you meant something else and you're joking. That's all we need. But she always just has to make things more difficult for him. Also, it's crazy they pretend like she's just too naive and doesn't understand what she's saying. Because the real problem is obviously Akash is too naive. You know, this is the only girl he's been with, probably the only serious relationship he's been in. And they started dating when he was 30. So she knows he's inexperienced and she's definitely taking advantage of that. And hopefully behind the scenes, Schultz is more honest with Akash about all this stuff. Like, even though he's trying to help them do damage control during this podcast, I think you could tell he knows this is pretty bad. Like, him and the Flagrant crew, I've seen all the videos and they bring up most of it. Of course, they try to be as charitable as possible towards her. But there's only so much they could do.
Popping pussy. Yeah. Let's just get some definition.
Okay.
We're gonna terms that you might need to know the actual meaning of. Alex is here to break it down.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this
big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fun.
Yeah. Is it true that you said that there was a rotation of?
No, popping. That is not what that means. That is not what that means. If there was another girl standing with him, the picture wouldn't be that sus. I agree. I remember there was a friend that I had that he seen a video with his girlfriend walking with like 5 dudes. And the dudes were doing this. Yeah. I told that nigga, I was, hey, listen. Hey, that's the sound of a train. But yeah, so it's the same thing with pictures. That looks crazy. That don't look That don't look good.
Guys.
A roster.
Roster.
Yeah, what is a roster?
What does that
Okay,
mean? What does
so
this mean?
You guys have to understand. Have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, yeah, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was,
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up,
She's
I think
lying.
people
When
think you
I
meant
mean hooking
fucking.
up, I
That's not a roster. That's not what she's lying.
just meant making out. Again, like everything I say
Lying to
is
it.
so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally.
So they somehow tried to spin this into her being a prude, but the only person she's a prude to is Akash. Like, he needs to realize he'd be much happier with somebody who's actually attracted to him. Sadly, this lady is not. Like, they brought up how she's always dodging his kisses.
Akash is what happens when the friend zone dude finally get a chance. Years later. This is like right here. If you simping out, this is your future, nigga. Just right here.
Which she claims she's never even realized that she was doing.
She was in frat houses popping pussy, but she's afraid to kiss this nigga. Like, she's afraid to kiss him.
Which is wild. I mean, at their proposal, she wouldn't even kiss him. So they bring this up, and every time they bring something up, they're always like, listen, I don't like that you treated Akash this way. You know, this kind of pissed me off. But they're always like laughing and joking. So they never are really serious about it, which of course is annoying. But what did we really expect? Like, this is a tough situation, and at least they did address it. I mean, I know they pretty much had to, but there's no good way of handling this situation, especially publicly like this. And they wouldn't have needed to if his wife didn't make everything so public. You know, she's the one that decided to put all this out there. So they're like, you know, we'll have her on. We'll let her explain herself. And I'm sure they knew she would just only make things worse.
The ducking the kisses. That was, those are, listen.
These ones pissed me off.
That I'm guilty of. I'm
These
guilty
ones
of
pissed
that.
me off, and I didn't like it one bit, and I need you to explain yourself to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
So,
need to know.
Honestly, I
Also,
didn't,
can I just say that I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing because they did it. And they edited it so perfectly, where like he's going in and then it's just right at the last time. Always duck his kisses when there are not people around.
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even knew.
Worse.
I didn't
Explain
know.
yourself.
I didn't know that I
Tell
did
us
that.
why.
I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like
You really sat and thought about
because
it.
I'm like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy, despite what the internet thinks.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah, I think I also get overstimulated because Akash does it a lot, like every 30 seconds, like a little bit.
I get it now. I get it.
That's why I grabbed your chin so you couldn't.
I didn't move my face though.
And Schultz seriously had a better reaction to Akash trying to kiss him than Jasleen has when Akash tries to kiss her. And no lies, Schultz is so much more affectionate towards Akash than Akash's own wife is. I mean, it's insane what's going on here. Also, she's shy about being affectionate towards her husband in public, but
you don't not know what hooking up mean, but then ask to have a group session with your podcast castmates and her husband. The things she was saying about her, like, I guess, castmate's husband, that don't sound like, oh, I don't know what these mean. What? A roster? I thought that was two. Like, nah, she's capping. And didn't she have a guy, eat box when she was spotting? That's a girl that does that know what a roster is.
she'll try to hit on and hook up with her co-host
Like, why are we
husband
lying?
and talk about his dick right in front of Akash. Like, they bring that up and they're like, what the hell was that? Of course, they have to joke about it and try to downplay it a little bit, but you can tell they're disturbed by it. But she somehow finds a way to blame it on Akash. It's hilarious.
It's his
Beating
fault
this
he
man
was
into
flirting.
submission. Like she responds by talking about how this is just her sense of humor after hanging around Akash for a while. And she says that's just like how she makes jokes. And then she says Akash basically started the orgy joke. So this guy's so cucked. His wife tried to hook up with another guy. And she got called out. She blames it on him. It's incredible. Like she has to be the greatest gaslighter of all time. I mean, Akash looks so uncomfortable during all this. Like he tries to crack some jokes, but you tell he's absolutely dying inside. And she tries to act like this is just how they joke around. They make sexual jokes about other people, I guess. And Akash just finds it funny and playful, even though clearly he is not okay with it. You know, they start joking about it here, like how his wife is talking about the other guy's dick. And Akash does not seem amused by it.
You guys have like idiosyncrasies that are kind of different from a lot of couples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
apparently.
Bro, the orgy thing was fucking... That shit was crazy. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy happened?
So, okay, no, it hasn't.
Okay,
no, I still only fucked one woman.
I just noticed the security dudes in the back. Yeah, they got dwarfs with security outfits on, it look like.
That's what I thought was. Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical orgy?
Of course. Everyone should be included.
Which pretty much means as long as she got the other dude, she don't care what you doing over there.
Akash wants
not
to
acceptable.
The dude.
Yeah. You think he can handle all 10 inches of Nav? You think you can take Nav down? Nav, bro.
Yes.
Shout out Nav, you fucking homewrecker. Okay, what the fuck was that joke? Because I think for a lot of people, myself included, like I saw that and I was like, why would she even joke around about that?
Yeah.
With Akash there, and like, what was the what was the backstory to that?
Now looking back, like it's been pointed out to me, and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akash, not to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality. So they're just seeing this one thing.
Right.
So the orgy joke started with like Akash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like Akash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever. Cause he's like really like.
So then Akash starts
Pause. See, you see what happened when you idolizing these niggas? Why are you showing this picture to your trainer, you nasty freak? Why are you showing pictures to the trainer? That is weird. That's weird. And it didn't work. Akash is still Akash. This nigga didn't turn into fucking Lex Luger. He didn't Hulkamania out.
And he's like, listen, I'd be insecure about this if she had been with people before me, but you know, she was a virgin, so I trust her. But Schultz is like, nah, I'd definitely be insecure about that. And I don't think Schultz believes she's a virgin either. I mean, I don't think anybody really does, except for Akash. He's just in too deep. He needs to believe that story. Like, that's the only way he can really defend her. He just acts like she's so innocent and pure that she would never actually do anything. So this is some sinister shit going on. Like, she has him so brainwashed.
Whatever. I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey, cut that. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I wasn't a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like
that is stupid.
Yeah.
I say you're being inclusive.
And she also seems to think the orgy comment wasn't that inappropriate because at least she included Akash. So at least her husband can watch her have sex with someone else. I mean, it can't get any worse than this. Also, she tries to be like, well, there's a double standard here because Akash
they turn that nigga into Adam 22.
I mean, it can't get any worse than this. Also, she tries to be like, well, there's a double standard here because Akash makes jokes about getting hand jobs from women. But then they're like, well, don't you tell him he can do that? And she's like, yeah, I tell him he can go to a rub and tug if he wants because it's less work for me. And the crew tries to make it seem like, oh, nice, good for Akash. You know, we're jealous. But she clearly is just disgusted by Akash. You know, she's also previously talked about how he smells down there.
No offense to the homeless people, but like, you know, when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car. Yeah. That's what my husband's balls smell like. Oh my God. I hope he's...
Yeah, yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know you.
In a video game, I don't know how that clip slipped in there. I don't know how that's in a video game, of course. I don't know how that got past there. Damn it, Wick Garfield. He still comes out sometimes. That was crazy.
Not bad.
So
He
she just wants
interrupted the
nothing to
nasty
do with
song. That
him.
was
You know,
insane.
she'd rather have some random lady pleasing him. And Akash, he's like, all right, this sounds good, but I'm sure he just wants to be with his wife. You know, he does not want this. I mean, he always
want
talks
love.
about how his wife is the only person he's been with. He seems to be really proud of that. And I don't think he wants to be with anybody else, honestly. So I think his wife is trying to push this on him. And it seems like she's convinced him that a hand job is no big deal. It's emotionless. That's how he justifies it. Because then also, if this happens, you know for sure she's going to use this as justification to be with other guys.
How come you can have a joke about outsourcing hand jobs and blow jobs?
But aren't you cool with the hand jobs?
Yeah,
You're cool with him just getting a hand job massage.
totally.
Are you
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I've said that it's less work for me.
I don't. This is. I don't.
Can you talk to our wives?
I don't believe this. Can I tell you why I don't believe this?
Yeah, it's like I think it would bother me like 30%, but I feel like 70% I'd be like, okay, whatever. I put you through a lot the past
Hey.
couple weeks.
Oh, like he deserves it.
I do.
yeah.
I
He
do kind of
deserves
I
it.
feel like I owe it to you.
I do
yeah.
kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
Okay,
my
that's okay.
justification for the hand job is it's emotionless and it's a,
Yeah.
it's a
It's just like a little thing after a
Justification.
massage. Sure. Okay.
yeah, that's great. I mean,
It's
I'm on
fine.
board.
Yeah.
High five.
Fire.
I also like the fact that it's just less work for you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And I know your day is full of work.
Okay, because I think that was
Can you
inappropriate
counter?
and that was uncalled for. So will you go ahead and dismiss this and explain yourself on the
I
record?
do things.
I think he owes Fresh and Fit, especially Myron, an apology. That's what I think.
All right.
And then she tries to come up with stuff she does around the house, and all she could think of is she takes care of the dog. But Akash is like, well, also whenever I come,
Somebody said, also, I like your name. Team Jesus all day. Combo Team Jesus. Yeah. I think he need a lot, including Jesus for sure.
home from the road, the
He needs to be a man.
apartment's always clean. And she's like,
Stand
oh, I
up
hire
for
people to do
himself.
that. And Akash could be acting here, but he seems surprised by it. He's like, oh, really? You do that without telling me? And she's like, yeah. And his face completely changes. So it's hard to tell, you know, because the whole time they're laughing and joking, they're acting like everything's a joke. But Akash clearly has a lot of problems here that should be addressed. And this seems like it might be possibly a rare moment where he realizes she broke his trust, because it sounds like he always thought she was cleaning the house and she never told him that she was hiring a cleaning crew. Like, he's even trying to give her credit here by making it seem like she cleans the house, and still she's like, no, I don't do that. You know, it's like she's just rubbing it in his face.
Do I not take care of Happy like he's my
Crazy.
son?
Of course. And I go on the road. I come back. It's clean. I don't know if you hire somebody or if that's
She
you,
don't
but
do
every time I come
nothing.
back, it's
I
clean.
hire someone, yeah.
Really?
That's crazy.
Without me knowing? Now I feel betrayed.
Insane.
I thought you did something.
Everyone's hiring people. Yeah.
And you never really get to hear how he feels, you know, because the whole time it's just her addressing things and them laughing about it and making jokes. And Akash barely even got to talk. But towards the end, he finally did bring up something he was uncomfortable with. And of course, he just relies on everybody else to press her on it. Like, he just brings it up and they're like, all right, yeah, let's talk about this. It's the video where she's at a dermatologist and her bare ass is out and she's flirting with the doctor. And she posted this to TikTok. And Akash basically tells her he was uncomfortable with it here. But she's like, yeah, it was stupid. We make mistakes, whatever. Like, she does not seem very apologetic, even though her husband clearly is uncomfortable with it. And then she tries to justify it by explaining how it could inspire other women or something. Like, she just tries to think of anything she can. And then Schultz finally points out the hypocrisy and is like, don't you think it's
Yeah,
kind of
this is
confusing
disgusting.
that you say you're a prude and you're shy about all this stuff? Yet you have your bare ass out in a video and you talk like this to other guys. And of course, she has no response. She just talks about how she's existing and being herself and all that bullshit. But then she tries to spin it around on them and she's like,
But that's a hypocrisy. Like, that's crazy. That is dumb as hell.
well, I'm used to being around comedians and this is how comedians are and how they act and talk. So she again is trying to blame Akash for this.
We gotta get it all out.
Yeah, we need to get it all out.
We need to purge this.
And I'm not gonna be happy until we figure it out.
Oh, the dermatologist video.
That one pissed me off. That was outrageous and completely uncalled for.
Yeah.
So tell us why you were showing your cheeks to the guy
Okay,
and
can
asking
I-
if he's single.
To a single Indian doctor.
Can I just give the whole lore? Okay,
Yes.
looking back, I get it. It was stupid. I was being stupid, okay? But we all make mistakes. But just to be
Good
fair.
point. Technically, we do.
Yeah. So what happened was I actually fell in Pilates class. I fell on my ass.
Yeah, you don't have to
but
cigarette lighter
you're comfortable sharing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then there's other things you're not.
Because I also feel like this could help girls out. You know,
Yeah.
I'm on an SSRI, so sometimes you need like a little boost. So
Yes.
why not?
Yes, this is why I think that there's
get
confusion.
confused, yeah.
'Cause to feel comfortable talking about that, but then also not feel comfortable with certain
Yeah.
sexual things. That's where the brain goes. I have to make up something.
I don't know. It's hard for me. I mean, I just am existing. I'm not trying to like, the only thing I try to do is just be myself on TikTok.
Yeah, she's a walking oxymoron. A walking oxymoron. That's what that is.
But like 10 times extra.
Wow.
And again, like not to justify,
We'll go down
but
to
I
2
feel
times.
like I've been with that guy since I'm 22, and I feel like I've learned so much of my humor from him, my personality from watching you guys. I've hung out with so many comedians, so I'm like, oh, like be extreme, be funny, as long as
You're not no comedian, though. You're not a comedian. You weirdo.
your actions are a good person. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I can say whatever I want.
Don't you blame
Obviously,
this
I
on
can't.
us?
No, you're right.
Blame this on us.
Yeah, so she's just trying to be a comedian this whole time. You know, she's joking around. Akash is so screwed.
Wow.
He also says he encouraged her to spend his money because she was with him when he was broke. I mean, he always acts like he was homeless on the streets and had nothing going for him. But when they met, he was on MTV and making a couple $100,000 a year, which is obviously a good living to most people. Then he had one
forgot
bad
he was
year,
on
and now
MTV.
he acts like, man, I can't believe this girl stuck with me. It's incredible. Like, I had nothing going for me. I was a complete loser, but she believed in me. But even at his
He was
lowest
already on
point,
TV.
he was on a really popular podcast with Schultz, who was blowing up at the time. So he clearly was going to get it back together. It's not like his career was over and there's nowhere for him to go. Also, they were together for years before this already. So if Akash thought she would leave him because there's 1 year where he didn't make as much money, what does that say? And again, they even did have a giant fight and she left him at some point. So he just tries way too hard here, and he has no self-esteem. Like, he's just so down on himself, and he keeps making self-deprecating comments.
Yeah, he is
keeps saying he
insecure.
can't believe she stayed with him. He's like, why would she ever want to be with me? It makes no sense. You know, I understand why people think she's a gold digger because there's no reason she'd want to be with me. And Schultz and the crew have to keep being like, dude, you're a great guy. Stop
Wow.
talking about yourself like that. And honestly, they probably wish they could say, you
He's
deserve better than her.
Okay, he's got this beautiful girl, and she likes buying bags, and that's what the thing
No,
is.
optically, it makes sense that she would be a gold digger. She's much hotter than me. She has
No,
nice
stop
things.
saying that. You're fine, bro.
Yo, you're the prize.
You're the prize,
You're the prize.
I look decent with a shirt on.
We just said you'd still want to stay with him.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
It's crazy as it was not much like objection. Oh, is that the word for it? Is that the I don't think that's the correct word. I don't think that's the right word. She didn't disagree. Oh no, I was right. Objection, yeah. There was no objection. She didn't disagree with him that much. Right. And I do think that he feels this way because of her. Like, damn it, the way she talked about that other man. You can't say more for your husband right now. Like, in this moment when he's like, yeah, you know, I don't really look that good. You can't big him up the same way you was bigging up that man on your podcast. Your podcast co-host husband. It shows how she really feels about him.
I never actually asked why.
No, you know why, bro. Come on.
Oh, yeah,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah. You got that muffin top.
Yeah, you got that loud. Yeah.
okay, the real answer.
What is loud? What is
What
was that?
His dick smells.
Oh, that dick. Yeah. 'Cause once
That's
you-
disgusting.
So
That's disgusting. I didn't understand because I'm like, loud, that's you smoke. Loud, smoke. But because she said that his private part stinks. It's loud. That's nasty. That's a nasty comparison, my guy.
He just has no confidence or self-esteem, and he thinks there's no way he could ever do better than her. So he just has to put up with all her BS, and he has to spoil her. It's almost like he feels bad for her that she has to be with him. Like, that's how down bad this guy is. So once he started making money after that one bad year he had, he encouraged her to shop, and he said it's like therapy for her. And then she says some crazy shit. She basically acts like shopping is a good lesson for her because it shows her she can spend money without worrying about it. She seriously tries to say something like that. And then also Akash talks about how emasculated he felt when he couldn't afford to buy his wife nice things. So think about how far gone this guy is. He says not being able to spend money on his wife is emasculating, but then never once says that about her, humiliating him daily, dodging his kisses, saying he smells, and hitting on other guys right in front of him. You know, he never says that's emasculating.
That's pretty emasculating. Like, that's emasculating as hell.
He only says that about him not being able to spend money on her when she was making money. She said she had a job at the time, and he was basically in between jobs in a sense, but she still made him feel like complete garbage for not being able to pay for things. So that's why he feels the need to spoil her.
Faster than I did, but now I'm like, oh, that's my soulmate. So again, the jokes don't bother me. I know what's happening. And go buy the bag. I like encourage her to buy stuff early on because you gotta cut that shit. I know.
You look like you aged 20 years in the last week.
Maybe. But early on, dude.
Talking about it don't bother you, nigga. You look stressed out.
And you didn't go through this?
Chill out.
Being broke with your girl and not being able to buy her anything is so fucking emasculating that when we started making a little bit, we saved for years.
These guys are
And when she was like, I don't know if we can afford this, I'm like, no, I promise we're safe. She was more anxious for a long time. I was like, no, this is like, I think even therapeutic for you, for us. Like, go spend that.
It would almost like teach me like a little bit of exposure therapy. I mean, now probably not, but like in the beginning,
definitely not.
Yeah, it's probably like, oh, it teaches your brain like, okay, this is safe. I can do this activity. Like just like how posting on TikTok was and like whatever else. But I mean now.
And it sounds like before Akash started making a lot of money, they would fight all the time. I mean, he says it was really toxic and he'd start hitting himself. So he started going to therapy soon after they started dating because he wanted to make things work. And he's
like, so he started hitting himself?
Like, yeah, but therapy didn't really start working until 2019, 2020. You know, conveniently around the same time, Flagrant blew up and he started making a shitload of money.
So we didn't have any tools. Our fights would get crazy. Like, I am very calm with her until I'm not. And then it's hard for me to cap the end.
0 to 100 in a second.
0 to 100.
0 to 0 for 10 days and then...
She never felt unsafe like I would hit her.
Sure.
But like, I like hit myself a couple of times like a fucking maniac. And like, that's not going to make you feel safe either.
No.
So it was a lot of therapy. As soon
So during arguments with his girl, he just starts slapping himself. I'll do it. I'll do it. That's so weird.
As we got together, I've been thinking about therapy for a while, and I realized I love this girl, and I don't even think I knew how much until therapy. But like, I was like, yeah, I love this girl. This girl, I want to make it work with. I can't let this get in the way. So I started therapy 2016, I think, and then it didn't even really take hold. I feel like until like 2019, and then 2021.
If it works for you.
Whatever, 2024, 2025. I'm feeling more and more like it's just one of my therapists, a couples therapist we had said, all therapy is trying to get your emotions into words.
So I don't think therapy is helping this man at all. And I don't know if anything will. I think he's just accepted he's willing to be a pay pig cuck to be with this girl, which is going to be rough as a comedian. Like no one ever lives down the cuck label. And this is one of the worst examples of it. Like they can never criticize Will Smith or Steph Curry on this podcast ever again. Like Akash, he used to love calling people cucks for this exact behavior. So there's always going to be this elephant in the room. And I don't think his wife is going to stop here. You know, she might stop for a little, but she'll be back at it because what is Akash going to do? The guy is totally spineless. Nothing. And even after this podcast, his wife clearly doesn't think she did anything wrong. So she'll just continue to walk all over him. But let me know what you guys think. And I just posted a new video to Patreon about Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, that dude is puss in boots. I don't think she's gonna get any kind of repercussion for doing him how she's doing him, but it's part of the game, right? Part of the game. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Also hit the hype button if you're able to. Share the video and watch more videos. Knowing me, I put out a whole bunch today. What's going on, guys? Let's check out this clip that y'all sent me about Asmongold finding out something about Twitch. Let's see what he found out about Twitch.
Twitch stopping a stream for an ad that doesn't exist, then ask me money to watch the stream uninterrupted. Wait, what? So this is today. This is literally, so they're running ads on my stream. There's a commercial break in progress. Well, let's see the progress on my commercial revenue. Analytics, earnings.
But you're not getting paid for it?
11 cents? What do you mean 11 cents?
That's crazy.
$0. 10.
That don't make no sense. Especially like me, like I'm a small time YouTuber, right? You know what I mean? Small time streamer. Even though I rock with my audience, I got the best crew in the world. Fang Gang, shout outs to you guys. Appreciate y'all. Y'all really rock with me and I rock with y'all. Right? But Asmongold has numbers that's crazy, which means that if ads are playing while he has all these thousands of people in his streams, he should be getting paid for those ads. So what is Twitch doing here? Yeah, it says only payments are coming from subs. How the hell is a channel as big as him getting cents? So imagine what I'm getting. I don't even check that shit. I get a check from Twitch, I'm gonna be surprised. Like, I'll be shocked. That'd be a pleasant surprise. Like, what? They care about me. I don't even look at that shit. I make sure that I can see the chat, and that's all. But yeah, this is pretty slimy.
Cent 2 cents. I got 2 pennies. So they spam ads on my channel. They're running ads on my shit, and I don't even get any money. Crazy, you don't get turbo too? I don't get turbo. I don't get anything. Wow. Check my ad settings. So this is my ad manager right here. So I turned it off, and I can't wait. So I literally can't turn my ads off. So the recommended amount of time for ads is 5 minutes of ads an hour, and it can go all the way up to 22 minutes an hour. Estimated ad revenue, there's nothing to say.
I've never touched that. Not one time. I've never even looked at that.
Enable pre-roll ads notification, stream display ads, the lower third. Oh, I turned this off.
I said I'm biased again too. I think he meant based. I think that was a typo. Based AF.
Another dark pattern, bro. Just
please give us feedback. Quick one. Tell why you disable stream display ads.
Another dark pattern. This is just wild, bro. They're trying to put ads on my channel, and I don't even get money for it.
Guys, I know the perfect way to stop any ads on Twitch. Go ahead, Baldy.
Should I just say the N-word right now? I should just...
Oh, okay. I know I call you Asmon Black, but damn it. Drop one for the one time. Just drop it for the one time. I ain't give you your black card yet. Damn it. I thought I mailed it to you. I thought I passed it to you, Asmon. I thought I gave him. I thought I gave him the black card. That's it. No, it was no typo. Oh, he is biased? Who he's biased against?
Say it right now and just get it over with. That way we can move on to the next point of the internet, right? Just say it right now.
That's crazy. Yeah, Asmon ain't playing. He ain't playing at all. But yeah, I think that is pretty nasty. Yeah, imagine how the smaller creators are getting done. Nasty work. Oh, you're saying Twitch is biased. I agree. Twitch is extremely biased. If you are a woman, you get away with the world. They just banned a streamer recently for 2 years. Nina Lynn out here wilding out. I think she banned for like a day. Crazy. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. What's going on, y'all? About to check out this video from the non-amazing Lucas. He wants to be called Amazing Lucas, but ain't nothing amazing about him. The Dusty Lucas. The Clown Lucas. Lucas the Clown. Candace Owens stalker. He is Candace Owens stalker, right? Like, even if this video today wasn't about Candace Owens, he would randomly bring her up. He could be making a video about ravioli. Candace name gonna pop up. But let's see what the obsessed one has to say about her today. See what's going down. Hit the like button, share the video. Also hit the hype button if you're able to. Oh yeah, I definitely ain't been rocking with PBD recently. I ain't been rocking with them, bro. I think that they're what's the word for it? Tainted.
And she is a fucking scumbag.
But what famous names advocates are saying, I'm with Candace? Tucker, maybe? Who else?
Let them fight.
So let me be perfectly clear with everyone in saying that I don't care about.
So that was Tim going after Candace. I definitely ain't rocking with Tim if that's the case, bro. I don't really watch that dude like that anymore, but that would be crazy if he's going at her.
Anyone in this fight. Not one person. I don't care about Candace Owens. I don't care about Charlie Kirk. Mind you, get a shirt. Okay, famous last words had to deal with black people in his mouth. I don't care about Erica Kirk. I don't care about TPUSA. I don't care about Tim Pool. I don't care about any of them, bruh. That if they were all to disappear from planet Earth right now, I would lose no sleep. I just want to be perfectly clear in stating.
Cap, you are a lying loser. Cap, you'd wake up in your sleep saying Candace Owens names. Candace. Like this, you're lying.
Now, having said that, I will also admit I am not above the fray of turning my gaze from an amazing explosion that is this train wreck. That is correct. I will gladly watch this train wreck happen, okay? And commentate all along the way. Damn, because this is glorious. I hope it all explodes. If everyone loses, I win. If one person loses, I win. Bro, this is a win-win scenario because someone is going to lose, best believe. Because if you haven't heard, TPUSA has called out Candace Owens. That's correct. They have challenged her to a death match, minus the death. But they've called her out for all the, the loony cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs conspiracies that she's been throwing around with, TPUSA, Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk, all the freaking weird text messages that she keeps on showing. I just remember Charlie when he told me that he loved McDonald's, and it was just like, how do you love McDonald's, Charlie? I thought you were a Burger King guy. But they come out and they're like, hey, you've been saying this, you've been saying that. That's not true. That's not true. That's not
I'm about to say something crazy. Yo, you can see the. I was about to say something that's gonna get me in trouble. My bad. I keep forgetting I gotta censor myself, bro. All right, good catch.
Not true. We're tired.
Ever since Charlie's murder,
almost got in trouble.
Candace Owens has leveled a flood of allegations against people at Turning Point USA, people at Turning Point Action, and people who work for this show. She has made them against some of Charlie's closest friends and against some of his most dedicated employees. She has suggested that Michael McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff, knew Charlie would be murdered, was happy that he died, and stayed silent because he was told he would be the next Charlie. She has suggested Michael is not his real name. It is. I have seen his birth certificate myself. She has called it suspicious that Mikey's wife, who works at Turning Point, helped plan the...
I'm about to start doing a series on Patreon where I say all the things I want to say, right? But I won't get in trouble.
Campus tour event where Charlie was murdered, which she didn't, by the way. She doesn't work on campus events.
What you've been doing is making money off of Charlie Kirk's death, and that ends today.
She's using these falsehoods to enrich herself while dividing...
I would say that's what she was trying to do.
The conservative movement at an absolutely critical time for this country.
Now, mind you, they were completely ignoring Candace Owens for the longest. Just keep that in mind. It wasn't until she told people to start asking for refunds. That's correct. When people started actually, and I want you to understand, the idiot base, the white ignorance of the party, actually started asking for refunds. They were canceling their flights, canceling their hotel plans, right? All of this TPUSA. So TPUSA was getting hit financially.
Listen, I'm team Candace, bro. I've been for a long time. She's a truth teller. I'm always gonna ride with the truth tellers, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I rock with Candace. She been a real one. But as long as I can remember.
That's when they started like, hey, we have to address this. Now, that being said, guess what? Candace Owens responds. Of course she responds, right? But I want everyone to remember this cuckoo for Cocoa Puff Candace Sambo soldier was talking about how the Macrons had put out $1.5 million hit job for her. Then it comes out that she's out in the open, out in the open. She's taking pictures with fans, bruh. Taking pictures with fans. It's like, boo, how are you going to be in fear of your life for a $1 million assassination, but you out here taking pictures in a park or something, right? But you have to understand, because they have created this, white, ignorant, brain dead base. They've accumulated, right? They've been programming these people for quite some time. Honestly, I would say it's grooming. But what they've done is that the fans of Candace Owens was like, that's right. She's doing it right.
Grooming? I should have played this as soon as Lucas started talking, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Then what you doing to your audience, Lucas? Lucas, what you doing to your audience, bro? With these Dr. Umar talking points, what you doing to them? Who's the one falling for propaganda? Lucas and his fans. Damn niggas. That's all he spews, propaganda.
In the open, okay? What safer place, than to be in the middle of a bunch of people if somebody's trying to assassinate you, okay? That's a great thing. It's a great idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
So even that, to them, made sense, even though to everyone else didn't make sense. And that's the funny part, is TPUSA, and they're like, hey, why are people falling for this? This is an obvious grift. What do you mean, why are people falling for this? The same reason they fell for Charlie Kirk. The same reason they fell for Donald Trump. Y'all have been promoting don'ts. That's what you've been doing. You've been creating this white ignorant base. Now all of a sudden you're upset. You're upset that they're ignorant. Now all of a sudden you're upset that they're low IQ. This is what you've been engaging with. You are promoting and touting the low IQ of the white ignorant base. The only difference is Candace is looking to shave off some of your base. That's the only difference. The only difference is Candace, she has been well trained by the Jews. And when I mean the Jews, I mean the Jews that employed her. Everyone from TPUSA to PragerU.
That sounds insane. This nigga is crazy, bro. This nigga is crazy. You definitely don't like people questioning things, critical thinking, facts. He's just talking out his ass. That's what it sounds like. Like, you don't go to Lucas for a logical thought. That's not something that you check out from crazy ass Dusty Lucas. Nah. You go to clown his dumb ass. And see how dusty his hat.
To Daily Watch.
How did his hat get dusty again? Did he just washed that hat. And it's dusty already?
Fire. That's what's happened. So you have trained the monster that is now coming back to try and destroy the entire empire. This is like Frankenstein. That's what this is. This is Frankenstein, and Candace Owens is the monster. She coming, rah, rah. That's what she's doing right now, bruh. She's doing that right now. Now you surprised, why would she do this to us? But having said that, Candace Owens is talking about all this crazy stuff. Now, mind you, she then comes out, because I was telling people this is all a con. Anyone with an IQ above room temperature can see this is a con. Because she was like, hey, I've let the authorities know, I've notified the FBI, the White House, and they've given me confirmation that they received my report, and yada, yada, yada. And so people are like, oh my God.
If I'm not mistaken, Candace already showed proof. So once again, he's talking out his behind.
This must be real. Oh my God, the FBI, the government's got to do something. And she was like, hey, if you want to ask anybody, ask, the government, all right? Ask the White House because they have the information. Now, sure enough, as I said, that wasn't going to go anywhere. She was hoping that someone would bring this up, because what is going to happen? She wins in any scenario. If they say something, which they won't, because if there actually was an ongoing investigation, they can't comment on it, right? Like, what are you talking
about? I said, is Lucas trying to say that Candace is supporting orange juice? Yes. That's what his dumb, non-thinking, weird, crying self is sitting here trying to say. He's bugged out. Bugged out. Look at it. We got to do a dust check. My bad. Yo. I don't even got to zoom in, bro. I don't even have to zoom in. Lucas, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Oh, wait a minute. Was you had some of that blue magic? You had some of that booger sugar before you got on stream? Crazy stuff. So he's literally lost his mind trying to whine about who's he's programmed to hate. Facts. I'm telling you, Lucas is a weirdo, bro. Lucas is a weirdo, but his fans gonna be all in the comment section. They're gonna be all in my comments crying, talking about how I'm just hating on him. Lucas is trying to save the world. Y'all some nasty people and stupid. Lucas can't even save his hat.
Talking about? Oh yeah, we have confirmation that the Macrons put out an assassination attempt on a U.S. citizen. Yeah, I'm going to relay that information during a press conference. No, it's not going to happen. So obviously they're going to say, hey, we don't have any information on that, or B, they just completely dismiss it. Either way, she wins, because when you're dealing with conspiracy, low IQ, white ignorance, she knows that no matter what they say, it's going to be confirmation to.
He's racist as hell, guys. Racist as a mother effer, bro.
Her story. They don't say anything. Damn. Well, obviously they're in it. They say that they can't comment on it. Well, obviously there's an investigation going on. She knows this, and she knows her white, low IQ base will eat it up. She knows it, because why? She's been talking to this white, low IQ base for her entire life. What are we talking about? She knows him like the back of her hand. The best way to handle this is exactly how they handled it. How do you snuff out a fire? You don't give it oxygen. That's what they did. Nobody commented, right? The Macrons, the French, nobody commented on it. She gets butthurt. She then tries and use the silence as tacit approval of her conspiracy theory. Well, this is awfully strange. Why wouldn't anybody comment on this? They've left us on red.
But the FBI left me on red.
Then we come to find out that this bozo didn't even go through the proper channels of reporting this assassination attempt to the FBI. She sent a...
You calling her bozo? You like the biggest clown of all time? That's really crazy, bro.
That's text wild. Message.
And I will say, I didn't go through an official channel and send an email, and I should do that. But I did send a text message to somebody very high up who received the text message.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
Now you have to understand, as I do, what are we talking about? This is obviously a grift. This is a con. But wait, you also have to understand is that the white ignorant base is going, well, okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, she did send it to the.
Like, why do you got to be so racist? And what can I say about the base that you have? Right? With they nasty asses. Dr. Umar base.
FBI. Why would she go through the bureaucracy if she can just send it directly to the source? Okay, she can send it to someone high up in the FBI.
Wait, y'all said he's the clown that other clowns make fun of. Facts.
Now, mind you, none of this has been, shown to be factual. She has shown no email, no text message that she received allegedly of this assassination. All of this has just been from her mouth. Hey, I got a source. Hey, I sent it to the FBI. I sent it to a text message. I messaged a friend who was high up. They've notified me that the message is on the president's desk.
I did hear back from the White House confirming that that message had been delivered on Trump's desk.
What? It's delicious. It's amazing. It's amazing because we're.
So you were on Can't Stay Long, but hello to all. Hey, Elizabeth, how you doing? And thank you for saying what's up. I appreciate the heck out of you. Make sure you check the clips if you can, whenever you're able to.
Realizing how stupid a good chunk of this population is. Now, for you and myself, I wasn't aware. I thought people were dumb, but I was not aware that they were 1 + 1 = 506 dumb. That's what we're witnessing because they're eating this up. And you know how the white ignorants love a conspiracy theory, bruh. They eat that stuff up. They got conspiracy theories about Barney the dinosaur, man. What are we talking about? So sure enough, her saying,
this nigga is racist. And the term conspiracy theory is made by people that was trying to throw you off from the scent of truth tellers, bro. He's out here spreading propaganda. Man, this is nasty. Y'all said, is it the white ignorant? Why did I say it like a ignorant man or orange juice? Pick one, Dusty. I like how he's being racist, but I'll realize without realizing he's being racist. That's what I'm telling you. He's one of the biggest racists I've ever seen. What's going on with him? Why? Yeah, I gotta make sure I remember this for the thumbnail. Why he look so mad? He over there spazzing out.
I have a source. The papers are on the president's desk. I don't know why they would do this. This is like, this is like a movie for them. They love this stuff. And she knows this. So the story and the grift goes on. This now leads us to her responding to TPUSA's, calling her out. And the beautiful, I have to give it to her, bro. I got to give kudos where kudos is deserved. And when it comes to Candace Owens and her response, it is amazing because obviously she accepts, but she, gives a little hassle about, oh, why didn't you guys reach out to me so we can confirm a date and time? Yeah. But the beautiful part in her response is that she criticizes them for making money off of Charlie Kirk's death by selling t-shirts.
Have the audacity to accuse me of enriching myself when they were out there selling t-shirts, okay, of what Charlie died in to enrich themselves. So were they giving those t-shirts away for free at the Staples Centers? No, they were selling kit of what Charlie died in to the tune of $80 million+.
Damn. Y'all remember the little freedom shirts that they were selling? That's what she's doing. And it is such a well-trained, this is jujitsu, if we're going to be honest. That's what this is, bro. This is jujitsu, okay? Because only the Ben Shapiros can actually give her the mindset.
This nigga is trying to align her with Ben Shapiro when Ben Shapiro is trying to shut her down. He sounds dumb as hell, bro. It's like saying you don't know what the hell you talking about without saying you don't know what the hell you talking about.
The mindset to craft out such a beautiful response. She puts it back.
Ben Shapiro and the people that work with him are trying to shut her down on a constant basis. They're going after her. They're making her a target. He's like, they're on the same team. So you just press record and just say anything.
Back on them. You guys were actually making money off of Charlie Kirk there. I didn't sell any merchandise off of Charlie Kirk. You guys were the ones selling t-shirts and stuff. And you have to understand, to the low.
Are you dead ass? He's lying. Isn't the shirt that he's wearing in connection to him trying to make a mockery out of Charlie Kirk? When did he start wearing that shirt? Like, come on, bro.
IQ white ignorance, that is her audience, which is the base of TPUSA and Candace Owens and Daily Wire. That's what they all share, is a white ignorant base. To them, that is like, wow, oh, that's right. They were making money off of Charlie Kirk. She didn't make any money. She didn't have a freedom shirt. To them,
yeah, I'm not rocking with how TPUSA is moving.
That's like a good response. To everyone with an IQ above room temperature, we understand what's going on. Like, yes, boo-boo, you didn't have a freedom shirt, but you have countless videos talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Are we going to act like YouTube is not paying you via AdSense, via your subscriptions, via anything, right?
You have videos talking about Charlie. Yo, this is crazy. You have videos talking about Charlie Kirk. Like, I made a video speaking on him. A lot of people spoke on it. What's the issue? She did her show before he passed away. She continued her show after he passed away. Like, this dude is crazy. Grifter's gonna hypocrite. Exactly. This dude sounds nuts.
Is that what you're acting like? You've already admitted this is your main job, so you're clearly getting paid for it. So why are we acting like there is no income source of the videos, the countless videos you've done of this conspiracy, whether it's the Macrons and how this links up to Egyptian planes and Charlie Kirk's assassination and all this asking questions? Obviously, you're getting paid handsomely. Stop playing games, okay? What? Now, how she'll obviously spin this is, I'm just doing what I regularly do. I'm just asking questions, okay? It's, I'm not actually, making money off of Charlie Kirk's death. I'm actually trying to find how this happened. I'm actually trying to solve solve the death. I'm trying to solve the riddle. Unlike the FBI, unlike TPUSA, who seem to be involved in it. That's how she'll jujitsu. She'll jujitsu, that answer. So,
right, y'all saying it in chat. It's like she wasn't investigating things that were shady before he passed away. That's what Candace does. This dude is bugging out. He said I was about to mention his shirt is making a mockery out of Charlie. Exactly. This is how delusional this dude is. He could say something like that and think we so stupid, we not gonna notice that. This dude's a clown, bro.
This is amazing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm loving every second of this. Now, will I be paying attention when it comes to Candace Owens and TPUSA and them bickering about Charlie Kirk's demise? Absolutely, I'm gonna be watching. It's amazing. I can't wait. I hope it all blows up in their face. I hope it blows up in her face, and I hope it blows up in TPUSA's face. It's a win-win. I hope there is destruction everywhere. I'm rooting for the destruction. I'm rooting for the chaos. This is what they deserve. This is something called poetic justice. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I don't care, okay? If you think this is horrible and we got to stop the infighting, you on the wrong channel, boo-boo. I don't know what to tell you because this is amazing. This is amazing. And I hope it's death and destruction all around, okay? To be honest with you, genuinely.
What the God, one more time. Guys,
yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name, you.
boo. I don't know what to tell you because this is amazing. This is amazing. And I hope it's death and destruction all around. All around.
Wow. With the threats that Candace Owens is getting, and with what happened to Charlie Kirk, you think that shit is appropriate to say that nasty ass thing? Yeah, he's a disgusting dude, bro. This thinking, I'm taking that as he's wishing for harm to come to Candace Owens. This nigga is a sicko. He is a sick. Why would you even say something like that? He's a weirdo, bro. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. I don't even want to do the outro that I normally do. There's that. We need a smoke break. That was crazy. There you go.